welcome to the Best Damn Book Club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's David Crocker. This is Two Idiots Reading Comics. And today, Davis, go ahead and tell them what we're reading.
Woohoo! As always, what? You good?
I was trying to be funny. I know it was your phone, but I was trying to be funny.
As always, thank you for joining us this week. This week's episode 195, we get to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. As always, tell your friends, your family, anyone who wants to listen to Two Idiots talk about comics. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. You can listen to us anywhere you get podcasts. And as always, let's get into it. You can check us out on Manga?
Yeah.
What the hell is Manga?
Yeah, I said or Manga.
How does Manga fit into
Two Idiots talking about manga?
Oh. Nice.
Yeah. You said if you want to listen to Two Idiots talk about comics, I said or manga.
Took me a minute.
I haven't told you about me going to the Pokemon regional, have I?
No, we have not.
Okay. First off, I did very badly.
Oh, really?
I finished in the top 800
out
of 1,200.
So 70%.
Sure.
Yeah, 70%.
Yeah.
It's a
it was my first ever regional. It was my first ever regional. It was a lot of fun, but I did started off 0-4-1. So round one lost.
Immediately removed.
Yeah, round one lost. Round two tied off of a coin flip. Okay. So I was gonna win, and then that guy had a coin flip card, and he had heads for him. So now I'm 0-1-1, and then I lost 3 straight, and then we went to lunch.
Ouch.
Oh yeah, I was playing just for. I was like, I ain't never played 9 rounds of Pokemon in one day before. Let's see how this goes.
Okay. So even if you do so poorly in the morning, no matter what, you still get your 9 rounds.
Yeah, you get your 9 rounds guaranteed.
Oh, okay.
Because there are people that get eliminated from like day 2 contention, but can still earn points. So, I was already out of points, but I was just like, I don't know the next time I'll get to do this, so let's just go ahead and do it. And I then cleaned up on the bottom tables and won 3 straight, and got to the last round because there's 9, and I had the chance to go 4-4-1 and like at least go 500.
Yeah.
And I get to my last round, and dude throws down a like 2016 regionals top 8 map that they give out for making top 8 at a regional. Yeah, and he's playing some big brain control deck that I've never even practiced against.
Oh god!
And I was just like, all right, well.
What was he doing down at the lower tables?
I mean, there's plenty of people that top 8 a regional one time, and then or they just make a bad meta call or something, you know.
Wait, hold on. Make a bad what?
Meta call.
Okay.
So meta in the terms of Pokemon, or in terms of card games, is like the decks that are good and what you can expect other people to play. It's called a meta.
Okay.
Yeah. So
go ahead, continue.
Yeah. He played some big brain deck that didn't do well that weekend, and his last round was me. And I was just like, I just want to go 500. And he was like, well, the deck you're playing has like no chance to winning, but sure. Yeah.
So he knew your deck well enough.
I mean, yeah. As soon as you like turn a card over, he's like, okay, yeah.
See, that's what I guess I've never understood about like Pokemon. Is the fact that I didn't know you could be so niche with the card style you play that it can be so recognizable that quickly.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you can go online and see what the best decks are, and then you just put
Yeah,
those together and play
yeah,
those.
because everybody's played them enough, and then you just
Mm,
go from there.
yeah. That's like I don't ever come up with my own decks. I always just go look at what's doing well, build those, and learn how to play them.
Okay.
Yeah. I did have a girl, uh, who I couldn't tell if she was flirting with me or not, but
Oh,
one of the attacks on one of my Pokemon cards is called Spit Innocently because it's based off like one of those birds that like spit at you as like their way to get you to leave them alone or whatever.
or
It's
like
called
a llama,
Cramorant.
or yeah,
Yeah,
or like what a llama does.
yeah, something like that. I think in the Pokemon lore, it spits out like smaller fish at you, and its attack is called Spit Innocently. And I was like trying to think through my play, and I like move it up to the attacking position. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna. And before I could say the attack name, she said, "Oh, you're gonna spit on me, huh?" I was just like, "What the fuck?" I was like, it just took me completely out of it. I was like, yeah, I guess. Would you like
Did,
me to?
did,
Like,
did
what do
she
we do?
did you win or did she beat you?
I did win.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I was at the tables where I asked every person, or asked, I played like 3 girls in a row, and I asked them, and they're like, "Yeah, my boyfriend's here. That's the only reason I'm playing." I was like, "Cool. Well,
Oh,
okay."
you were asking like, why are you here?
No, just when you're doing that bad, no one really tries. Like, people stop paying attention and focusing super hard,
Oh,
so we just sit
I
there and have
got
conversations,
you.
and then play the game as we go.
Good Lord.
But no, but she said that before, and then like at the end of the game, I was like, "Hey, good luck rest of your last round if you play or whatever." And she's like, "Yeah, my boyfriend's here, so I think we guys still got to play." And I was just like, "Oh, so you just say that to anybody, huh?"
Yeah, yeah. We're just gonna say that to whoever wants to listen, or says
Yeah,
it
I
to
was like, "Okay."
get you out of your game
I
and try to win.
very possible. She seemed nice and stuff. So, but yeah, I had a good time. And then day 2 went and played a bunch of side events. Got some prizes off the prize wall, so that was cool.
Okay. Well,
It was
cool.
fun.
What'd you get?
Just more play mats from like past
Play
regionals.
man.
Yeah. Well, bro, you go to some of these stores and you got not the cleanest people eating on them,
Oh
and so you really want to get your cards dirty and shit.
no.
Yeah, that's why
Oh, you
people
wait.
bring
Hold
their
on.
own play
People are
mats.
eating just off of the table y'all are playing on.
Well, every card store or every game store you go to, there'll be tables, and they
Yeah.
usually have mats, so you're not just playing on a random. I guess like it's like they're bigger mats that are like the mouse pad texture. That way,
Yeah.
it's easier to like slide and pick up cards and stuff.
Yes.
But they're just giant uh, mousepad mats that, depending on the store, might not ever get washed. And then some people come in and eat before they play, and
Yeah.
I guess, they sweep it sometimes, maybe if they do. And
Mm.
then so some stores are pretty fucking nasty, and you're like, you're just gonna put this thing you're gonna touch all day on top of that, or are you gonna bring your own mat?
That is true. All
Yeah,
right. Well,
that's what
cool.
people think. The card game is expensive. It's all the accessories you gotta buy with it.
Yeah. Well, I know that.
Speaking of which, tonight was the Learn to Play for the new Star Wars TCG at
Shit.
my store.
Really?
So that's coming out soon. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks. Hopefully, it doesn't do like the Disney card game of, hey, here's all these cool cards and everything, but we're not going to make it a competitive world. So come
For a
by our
year. Yeah, they were like,
yeah,
we're
come
not
by
going
our
to have a
exchange
competitive
shit.
tournament for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, come jack up our prices so we can sell more stuff.
Yeah.
But we're not going to really put out anything new until we see what people think about our current set.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
maybe
mean,
we'll make it
Disney just
competitive.
put out, Lorcana just put out their like 3rd set. But
Yeah.
that means you probably got like one more set before they even try to, like, I haven't even heard any announcements of how they're going to do it
No.
competitively.
Well, I would imagine
And
that
then,
most people like the fact that it's not competitive for a year at least.
yeah.
People bought all these cards and are like, well, I mean, what the fuck are we gonna do with this? And the people that bought
I
them,
mean,
like if we bought them,
you
we
can still
wouldn't
play
play.
the game, and there are stores
Yeah.
that like have
Oh, of
weekly
course.
tournaments. But
But
like, I know there's a bunch of people who's like, if they're not gonna have like regional size or world size type thing, I'm
yeah,
not gonna do it until they start doing that. Like,
of course.
why would I waste my money on all that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna spend my money
Especially
on something that.
Disney has like, I think outside of like the Magic the Gathering collector booster packs and stuff,
Yeah.
Disney has the most expensive packs for their game.
And it's a game that just came out and it's not even worldwide
Yeah,
game.
it's less than a year old. Yeah.
Yeah. Just because it slapped Disney across the front. And now, granted, they made some cool cards.
Oh
But
yeah, I got a Goofy right here.
How'd you get it? When'd you get a Goofy? Or did you just
I
buy
went
it?
to some. I went to some shop for like a Pokemon tournament, and I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I thought about getting some Lorcana, and they're like, oh, here, you want a trial pack? So like, I got a. It's
They
called
just gave you the
Goofy
trial pack?
Daredevil. I don't know. Let's try to get it out of the
It didn't
light.
want to focus, but cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can see these.
It seems interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool. But yeah, the Star Wars one, I remember when it came out and the idea of it, and we were like, this sound like the idea sounds good, and then like the
Yeah.
first people, like first
It
couple,
seems a little convoluted,
we're
which
like,
is why I
well,
like.
you have a space battle, you have a ground battle, but you also to do a space and a ground battle, you got to have a like a fort, but you always have a
Yeah.
fort. Not it's not
Yeah.
a fort, but you always have a base. But then the
You
base
always
that
have like a
lets
leader
you
and
go
a
space.
base,
Right.
and then you have one side of the playmat is like the air assault, and one is a ground
Yeah.
assault, and then also you can only make one action per turn to
Yeah.
keep it simple. And I was like, this
How
sounds
did that
convoluted to me, but okay.
very convoluted? But
That's why
yeah,
if we didn't have to be doing this tonight, I probably would have went just to get some free cards.
oh yeah. They just doing it
That
tonight, or
and
are they gonna do it again?
just for the shop I go to, I'm sure I could look up some more. But
I figured the
I might.
shop.
I'll ask
Try
when
to
the pre-release is, and I'll send you the date if you want to come.
Sure. If I'm in town or not up,
Or
not
there's
fucking
like way
road.
more card shops up where you are. So
True. Yeah, look up one, and
huh?
you're way more into that world than I am, but
Oh, don't tell me you
you
froze
got more
now.
contacts to that part of the nerdverse.
Oh yeah. No, you got like 4 shops up by you. We can see when they're doing one.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going.
Yo, I
Just
thought
going
about
to
this the other
see.
day. You, the wife, and the kid want to come down to the Birmingham Zoo sometime?
Of course,
Okay.
it's not the best zoo
I don't know
there
when
is.
that'll be, but
It's not the best zoo there is, but yes, we love going to the zoo. It's not
it's
the
better
best.
than Montgomery.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't fucking touch Montgomery.
I've never been to Montgomery.
Oh, you've never been to the Montgomery Zoo, and you're saying it's better than Montgomery Zoo?
But my dad and my sister, who both grew up in Birmingham and now live in Prattville, say Montgomery's straight ass.
No, it's not. The Montgomery Zoo is 10 times better than the Birmingham Zoo, in my opinion. And I've been.
Does
to
it have
both.
an otter exhibit?
No. Well, okay, fine.
Then shut the fuck up. Then shut the fuck up.
My problem with the Birmingham Zoo is you have lines literally in with pine trees and pine straw, and they're not, the Montgomery Zoo puts them in like their natural habitat. Like the whole line exhibit, there's 6 lions in there, and they're living on like Pride Rock. They're in the desert. They're in a safari setting. There's a whole plains that's about 50 acres. That's nothing but, well, it's not 50 acres, probably 5 acres.
Well, yeah. How easily can you see the lions, though?
Huh? No, the lions
How
are
easy
in
can you see the lions, though?
The lions are in their own little area. That's like.
Can you see them?
Yes, they're glass. They literally come up to the windows and everything. They're close. Then you have a whole exhibit where the giraffe, the big fauna live, the big vegetarians. No, it's fucking Montgomery Zoo is 10 times better than the Birmingham Zoo.
I don't believe you.
I'll put money down that it's better. We'll go to the Montgomery Zoo.
Not once has
take you to Montgomery.
Not once has anyone ever been like, we need to go to. I've lived in the state of Alabama my entire life, well, except for like 2 years, my entire life, and my dad has lived right outside of Montgomery, and I've lived in Birmingham, and not once has anyone ever been like, let's go to the Montgomery Zoo. I've had
Okay.
plenty of people be like, let's go to the Birmingham Zoo.
The complete opposite of that. I've never had anybody say go to the Birmingham Zoo until I moved to Birmingham, where it fucking is.
Yeah, when we're in college and we're not going to the fucking zoo.
Outside of that, no one
Other
fucking
than the people that had never been to like the Christmas light show at the Birmingham Zoo, which overrated, but whatever. I just don't like looking at Christmas lights.
That and the Halloween show. They're
Yeah,
both
they
are
do.
not great.
I will say Birmingham Zoo will price gouge you, but we're fucking in Birmingham, so.
Yeah, dude, man, that was expensive as shit that day we went. Either way,
I think
Montgomery is.
I think I looked at going as an adult one time, and there was like $35. I was like, I don't remember the zoo being $35.
Did you, me and Bailey not go together one time, or is it just me and Bailey?
No, it was just you and Bailey.
Oh, okay. No, fine. We'll go to the Birmingham Zoo, then we'll go to the Montgomery Zoo, and we'll show you better. Montgomery Zoo has a train.
So does the Birmingham Zoo.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
If it does, I didn't know it was even.
Yeah, it goes right by the crocodiles.
Well, the one in the
which
Montgomery,
I still legitimately had a nightmare about like a week ago about falling in the crocodile pit at the Birmingham Zoo.
What the fuck? Now, thinking about going up to the Chattanooga Aquarium. Now, that aquarium, I've been there. It is fucking legit. It's a freshwater aquarium.
Yeah, I've been there. It's like them in Atlanta are probably the best two in the South.
Like, yeah, Atlanta is huge, like much bigger, but holy shit, is that one in Chattanooga it's cool. It's way more immersive.
Chattanooga's awesome.
Yeah.
Atlanta, the entire time you're in the aquarium, they're trying to get you to go to the Coca-Cola Museum next. There's like a million signs for it in there.
Go to Coca-Cola. Go to Coca-Cola.
It's like, here's a fish, here's a Coke sign, here's a fish, here's a Coke sign.
Here's a fish. Yeah. Hey, there is a football museum next door, but
yeah, I haven't been to that. We need to go to that too.
Yeah, we gotta go put our names down as.
But then
one of 10 people.
We just get tired of. We're like, let's go to the college football museum, and then we're like, oh wait, that's Atlanta.
Yeah,
I don't want to go to Atlanta.
Yeah, it's literally, other than just going, like literally going to Atlanta is going to see those two things, and then coming home.
I mean, I've been to some football games out there.
Well, yeah, I mean, I
as much as I
was younger, but I mean,
as much as I used to be into the Celtics, I'm surprised I've never been to because the Celtics play there every year. I've been to the new Atlanta Braves Stadium when the Red Sox were there once.
I want to go to it. I won't go to it. I went to
SunTrust. It's not called SunTrust anymore, but SunTrust is nice.
I thought it was. I thought it was still called SunTrust.
I think it got changed to something else. I could be wrong. But...
Like when they built it new, it was called SunTrust, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I think the name rights have already changed.
Truist Stadium.
Truist, yeah.
Truist, yeah. How did I pull that out of my ass? I didn't even actually look that up, and I pulled that one out of my ass.
I don't know. There's another one that Heinz Field up in Pittsburgh for the Steelers. I don't know what the fuck that's called now, but that's Heinz Field.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
And the Lakers play at Staples Center. I think it's called Crypto Center now.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. What the fuck were we talking about?
The Montgomery Zoo is better than the Birmingham.
Well, it's not. So, but we can get into.
You cannot comment on which is better if you've never been to the other one.
I don't think you remember. When did you and Bailey go? What year?
I was like, we were in college, so 16, 17.
Yeah, what year?
16 or 17.
What, freshman, sophomore?
Sophomore or senior. It's our junior or senior.
Sophomore year, you were still trying to win her over. You're just like, let's take her to the zoo, and you're just staring at Bailey the entire time. You didn't take in the zoo at all.
Fine, that's fine.
And if it was senior year, it was probably because y'all were probably in a fight, and you're like, "Fuck this zoo."
I don't have a comment for that.
I bet you don't.
Well, I have a very bad comment, but I'm not going to say it. It's not about her.
Oh, it's probably about me.
It is.
No, say it then, you coward.
At least I had a girl to fight with.
Senior year, I did too.
Nah, you swear you never
She hit
claimed
me
it.
one time.
You
She hit me one time. She hit me several times.
She also called you Poppy.
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
And that was an immediate exit stage left.
Yeah. Mm. Remember that time she fell out? I'm not gonna finish that sentence because it makes us sound horrible.
Yes,
Never mind.
I do know where you were going with that, and yes, I do remember that. And my God, was that awful?
Yeah.
Like it was.
How she just popped up after that? I don't know.
Just like, ping. All right, where are we going next?
Did you just fall down the stairs?
Are you? Do we need to seek medical attention, or what are we doing here?
Yeah. But yeah. Auburn's up on Tennessee. Let's go. But no.
What?
We read a
What? 3
manga.
weeks of basketball left?
Huh?
There's only 3 weeks of basketball. Regular season.
There's. I mean, there will be this Saturday, and then a full another week.
Oh, it's only 2 more weeks. No, a week and a half.
Week and a half, I think.
Yeah, today's game, Saturday's.
There's either
week.
There's either 3 or 4 games in March, but then you get ready for the conference tournament.
Yeah. But
yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen.
Woo. All right, to get us started, it is by Gigi Akutami, translation Stefan Kuza, touch-up art and lettering by Snit Haran, design by Sean Carrico, editor John Bach, and consulting editor Erika Anabe. And again, apologies for any names I butchered and or mispronounced because of my backwoods southern raising.
So I have watched like the first few episodes of this, so I kind of knew where this was going.
Of course, it's on TV.
Oh, dude, it's like one of the most popular animes right now.
It's recent, isn't it? Like,
yeah, they don't mess around with anime, dude. They turn that shit around fast.
First printing 2019, and okay, so this is the 7th printing of the book now.
Yeah, they don't mess around. They turn around anime fast.
It's not that old. 5 years old.
Speaking of which, next month, Go Go Loser Ranger finally comes out.
The animated?
The anime.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready to watch that and see what happens.
Oh, wait, that would be technically this month as of listening. Cool. So, but yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, what are your initial thoughts as someone, this is like your first experience with it?
It took me a minute to kind of get a feel of what was going on. Trying to explain the curses, but curses are good and also bad at the same time. Got a little confusing, especially when the guy, when you finally learn his name, the first year that you meet, not Itadori, but the other guy.
Isn't Goo something? Yeah. It's like there's a G-U-Z somewhere in there.
Yeah. Well, when he's walking
Fushido.
on the football field,
Fushido.
Fushido. What they talk about the rugby guys having lice and a tick thing. Then all of a sudden he's walking on the football field and there's this giant tick hanging on the goalpost.
Yeah.
Then he starts talking about a curse box and it's empty and schools attract it, but like curse, you don't want to curse in a public area, yet curses get stored at like schools because of the amount of hate and pain and stuff.
So basically, negative and bad energy and stuff like that is what causes curses or something like that.
Correct.
And so schools, prisons, hospitals are just
abandoned buildings.
Yeah, or just people generally have bad, which is really telling about schools, but just attract curses. I don't think curses as far as them being good, I think the people that can see them and fight them just know that, like, hey, you can only kill curses with cursed energy. And so they have just endowed themselves and weapons with cursed energy
Okay,
and
all
know
right.
how to control it.
And then that in air quotes is like the good curses.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay, all right.
yeah.
And
And
then
then
so
Ichiro, what's his name?
it's
I always
it's a
forget.
door.
Itadori just
Yeah,
ate a cursed object, so
correct.
essentially turned himself into
The
a
curse.
cursed object.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently
And
like
then,
the
yes, the
worst
more he eats
curse
of them, the
ever
more
to
the
be created.
curse. Yeah, correct.
Sorry, I lost you there for a second. Say again.
Oh, you're good. Oh, no, you got it right. But yeah, once you get all that down, it's pretty interesting. So,
Yeah. So when we start the comic, the finger is supposed to. I'm guessing it's supposed to be locked up in this. Oh, it's in this. The shed is empty. There's nothing here. Ah,
that little
okay. That
birdhouse
makes
or
more
whatever.
sense now. Yeah,
And
that's where the
then
finger
they're
should have
like, oh, we
been.
found it on the way to our club. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, gotcha now. All right, I'm on track now. That's what kind of like got me confused to get
Mm,
started, and then now
yeah.
Itadori. Do we find out why he himself is so strong and can see curses
I
or
have not gotten
anything,
that
or is
far.
that just like a trope that he is that?
I haven't gotten that far. It is kind of weird how they just start like, oh, this guy is randomly just super strong and can throw a shot put like a baseball without any cursed energy.
Yeah, I mean they
I would
literally show
imagine
that
they're
he
going to go back
throws.
to that eventually
He threw a shot put 30 meters, so
at like a,
that's like 90. That's like 100 feet. That's a
yeah,
third of a football field.
and
100 feet.
threw it like a football or threw it like a baseball pitch,
Yeah,
which
that's
a normal
it's
person would
almost
tear their
40.
shoulder and elbow apart.
That's like 35 yards. He threw a 5 pound
Yeah,
object,
yeah,
and you threw shots, did you?
yeah. Not well, but I can
No,
tell you
but
right now, you can't throw it like a baseball.
you can't throw it like a baseball, and
I threw
there is
shot
no
put
throwing
and
it.
worked out for football, and you can't
Yeah,
do that.
no, there is no
You will
throwing
tear
it 30
your
meters.
elbow up.
Like even the coach threw it 14 meters, and that's like like that is like that's doing some shit.
Good. I would
Huh?
imagine they're just gonna be like, "Oh, he was the chosen one," blah 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 blah, or some shit like that. But as far as I got into the anime, they did not address that. Now, what they do show that they didn't get to in the book yet is the teacher with the things over his eyes.
Yes.
Complete badass. He's like known as like the best
Oh,
hunter, and he
yeah.
just
We kind of
teaches
we kind of get that.
year ones.
Oh, okay. So just in reference, the Olympic shot putting record is 22.41 meters, 73 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he threw it like a baseball 8 meters farther than the greatest shot put thrower.
Yeah. So I imagine there's going to be a little bit of chosen one or something in there
Yeah.
that they'll eventually get to. But
Well,
yeah.
they do make a point, like when he's like seeing the curses for the first time.
Mm.
The guy that the Itadori. Damn it! I wish I could remember. Oh,
I mean, he punches
Megumi
it for the first time.
Megumi Fushiguro.
Fushigaro.
Yeah. Um, like he does make a couple comments of like, yeah, I mean, like, okay, he can see them. That's pretty powerful. He can hit them. That's
He
powerful.
punched them.
Yeah.
And then, not to
Like he literally
mention,
his
first
first
time,
move
he
when he
literally
started.
jumps. He
Yeah,
jumps
his
from
first
the
move seeing the curses,
ground into like the second floor window.
and his first move was punching.
So, yeah. What did you like better, the hammer and the nail thing that the girl did, or Fushigaro's demon dogs?
Demon dogs.
Demon dogs way cooler, yeah.
Demon dogs. Yes, the nail is cool, but at the
And the
same
fact that they
time,
explode.
yeah, but at the same time, I don't know. They don't feel right. I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the right word for it.
I will tell you this.
Now, granted,
I have this
Fushiguro did create a vulture to catch him from falling.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I'm gonna say creating animals to help you is cooler than the hammer and nails.
Yeah, but they explode.
But they do explode. They do
But
explode.
no, I think the main issue I had it with the show especially, and then a little bit with volume 1, is like we're in volume 1 of this, and you're already throwing them up against whatever they call it, a special grade
Yeah,
demon in the very first, and it's like they gave a chart
yeah.
that
And the
said
advantage of
how to handle this demon, and it said special demon or whatever is like a nuke might be able to hit it, or nuke might be
yeah,
able to do something, and so you're gonna
right.
put them up
And
against that in the first episode. It's just like, guys, we got a pacing issue here.
yeah, it's like, okay, we're just gonna hit it as
Now,
hard as we can.
what you don't know, or for all you know, he's getting his ass kicked the entire time. But I think in the show, what ends
Well, I
up
know, I mean,
happening is he has to make a deal with the demon that's in him.
yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead.
And then like that demon defeats that demon for him, but then
That
like they have to come up with some deal. I forget the terms of the.
that's what I felt like was gonna happen. Just the way the whole fight with this demon felt odd because at one point it feels like a fever dream that they're together but they're not together. And then all of a sudden they're separated. Itadori loses an arm. Fushigara's with him, and then the next, like you start the next issue, and Fushigari's falling down, and the vulture owl thing catches him, and then the next thing, like 3 pages later, he's back standing next to Itadori, and I'm like, wait, hold on, did he disappear?
Yeah.
Did he come? Like what?
There are a lot of tiny time jumps in this, because like when the beginning of like chapter 2 was because like the end of chapter 1 was them fighting the demon or whatever at the school. Beginning of chapter 2 is Itadori strapped to a chair, and what's his face telling him, "Yo, we have to execute you now." And then they give you like everything that happened in between there, and it's just like, why are we doing all these little time jumps? Just keep going.
Yeah, why not just tell the story?
Yeah.
Of course, I mean, Itadori's now lost a hand. He's lost the tips of his fingers because he created some sort of shield bomb, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of with you. He has no idea how to even create curses, which the girl even makes a comment like, "How fucking like, how long have you been around?" He goes,
"How new are you?" Yeah,
and doesn't even answer. And it's like
a week.
Oh, he's very new. Like he has no idea. Like he didn't know this shit existed until he pretty much just ate a finger. And then now he's fighting. Like, yeah, it's a little odd.
I will say, not the weirdest anime out there though.
Fuck no. I now, other than the weird pacing and it just kind of seemed a little, just jumped to straight up badass first. I'm hooked. It got me hooked.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you ever get a Crunchyroll subscription, I think season 2 is about to come out.
Oh, really? Because I'm with it. It's just it's different enough that it hooked me to like, okay, where do we go with this demon? Do him and the demon? I assume, of course, like you were saying, him and the demon will make a deal so that he can use the demon's power when in dire need, but then be able to lock the demon up. And the more fingers he eats, the stronger the demon's going to become. That, in my opinion, because of course you're rebuilding the demon. So at the end of this, once he eats the 20th finger, he will have the demon will be as powerful as it can be. Which then you would think Itadori would be that powerful too, because he's learned and
then
used.
They're just supposed to like pow.
And then then they're going to try to kill Itadori, which that no one's going to be able to kill him with the demon. Like only
he
the demon
may or may not let happen.
Do what?
Yeah. Which he may or may not let happen.
Oh, yeah, he's not going to let them kill him.
He may or may not let the execution happen.
because he's going to go,
Yeah.
well, no, I can kill the demon and save myself. And so then there's going to be an epic demon him fight, which should be a good fight because they're each should be super absolutely powerful,
Mm.
in my opinion.
And someone said it the other day, and they were just like, the thing that manga and anime does so well is like people saying they're tired of like superhero stuff. It's like
Yeah.
they pivot it's if you really look at all the top ones, it's people with superpowers, but they all pivot just enough to where it doesn't feel like a superhero book. Other than My Hero Academia, which is the whole gimmick is superheroes. So, but like One Piece, everybody's like, oh, pirates with special powers. Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
people with special powers.
Yeah.
What are the other? Naruto, ninjas with special powers.
Naruto special powers.
Yeah.
What? And you broke up there for a minute. Were you saying like, and people just associate manga with like people with special powers? Is that what you were saying?
No, it's like people said, "What is manga?" Or everybody's like, "Manga just does it so much better in comic books." And it's like, well, not really. It's like if you think about it, all the top mangas are about people with special powers, so they are kind of superhero books, but they pivot just enough to where they don't feel like superhero books.
Yeah, instead of just being a normal human in a human world. Yeah. I got you. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z is the universe and fairy world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Jujutsu Kaisen. He's a demon/demon fighter.
Yeah.
But really, he's superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just not in your traditional superhero context. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah. That makes sense.
So, you got any final thoughts or questions though?
This was fun. Definitely would put it up on the continue reading list of at some point. Personally, maybe not go up to.
And it's still
maybe not go up
still
to
new enough you can actually go. Huh?
Maybe not put it up to a monthly, but maybe personally just read it and.
Let's say, and if you wanted to collect these like paper copies, it's probably low enough you can still get like all of the like 1 through, I think I went to the store the other day, they were up to like volume 21.
Yeah,
so not high at all.
When I went into Books A Million the other day, I saw that I saw 15, I think was the highest I saw.
Okay.
But it was like 6, 11, 15, 12. Like it was very few numbers.
Yeah, manga's weird. You gotta go several stores to try to get them all.
Yeah, or order them all offline.
Yeah, that too.
So it's looking like they're 20. I see 21 is the highest so far. I wish there was a way I could just. In fact, the new Kindle thing is. I don't like it. I'm not used to it, and I haven't figured it out.
And it's horrible on desktop. Period. So.
Yeah, it's you can't read it. You can't zoom properly.
You got to be on some type of tablet.
Yeah. Oh, and apparently my Fire tablet, the one. I mean, it's like 10 years old. I got it from Bailey's grandmama that didn't want it anymore, and I used it. So with the new way Comixology gone, right? And the new swap over at Christmas at our New Year's. So in Comixology, you were just pretty much reading it off of the Comixology, like your library in the cloud. Well, apparently now when you download it, you download every issue, like you download it physically to your tablet. Yeah. And I have an SD card in there that's 68 gigs, but the tablet's only 12.
And you can undownload them, can't you?
No, I can't. I cannot free up. There's 8 gigabytes being taken up by the Kindle app that I cannot remove, that I cannot get rid of, and I can't figure it out.
Oh, that makes no sense.
If you click on one that you
should be able to
Yeah. Oh no, it did undownload everything. I can't read my books that are on there. I can't read anything. And when I go to try to download them, it says storage is too full. And if I try to delete anything we've bought, it says if you delete permanently, you will lose this in all libraries, and you will have to rebuy it if you ever want it again.
That's weird.
It's painful. I don't know if it's just because it's an old Kindle and it doesn't have the correct Kindle app on it. Or the Kindle software. It's an aggravating process currently. So I think my birthday gift from my wife will be if she's going to get me either a Kindle or an iPad for reading purposes. I think I'm going to go with a Kindle. Or Fire tablet, whatever they call them now.
I'll say, even like the hype, Apple makes such a good product, but they are not worth how much they charge for them nowadays.
No, I think a new Amazon tablet, like brand spanking new, is half of what an iPad like mini costs.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I don't want a huge iPad. I don't want, like, wife's got like one of the freaking huge ones. And
it's basically a full-on computer.
It's a full-on computer, but it's considered a tablet.
Yeah.
And it's like, I really don't want something that fucking big.
No.
So.
But yeah. So you ready for the draft?
Let's roll.
Cool.
Buy, coin, flip.
I was about to say I have a coin with me.
Do you?
Yeah, it's a dime, so we'll see how well this goes. Oh, I have a quarter right here. All right, you want heads or tails?
I'll stick with heads.
Okay.
I ran with heads. I'll stick with heads.
My streak continues tails.
That's such bullshit. That's such bullshit.
Tails never fails.
That's such. I don't understand how you can have this many times of consistency.
It's 50-50 chance every time, dog. I'll tell you what, when I play Pokemon, you have to flip a coin or roll a dice to start to get to pick going first or second. I never win. So
you never win.
Never win. I played 4 rounds last night. I got 1.
Jeez.
Yeah. Top 4 to challenge in Oxford last night.
Oh, speaking of your regionals, are you still going to Florida to do that one or not?
Probably not. I already missed registration. I think I'm going to do Indy because it's cheaper. And New Orleans, if I can get in. Yeah.
Oh, figured that would be.
It's cheaper because I won't be tempted to go to Disney World while I'm there.
Oh, okay. I got you now. I was like, why is that cheaper than
technically both 8 hours away, I think.
Yeah, Orlando's a touch farther, but yeah, they're pretty much the exact same distance from each other from us.
But maybe going to that, since if I had known I was getting this much money back on taxes, I probably would have signed up for Orlando.
Jesus.
But I already missed registration.
That good back? I think we talked about it a little bit.
Getting over $1,000 back.
Fuck you. I got a
Just
kid.
Claim zero.
I've got a kid and I'm still got to pay money. Something's fucked up. I don't know what it is. We got
your wife. I mean, she has a good job, but it's a government job. She doesn't get paid that much.
No, and I solely think it's my fucking comp time. The way they pay out my comp time, it gets taxed weird in the annual taxes.
Gets comped as like. Oh, you said it gets comped taxed as like bonuses.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think's happening. That's the only way that I can see like what's happening, like why we're getting screwed over so bad.
Yeah.
But God forbid we don't pay our dues to the country that gives out billions on a drop of a dime. But that's a gripe for another day.
That's what I walked out. My mom does my taxes, and we walked out of the computer room. And he was like, "How'd you do?" I was like, "Well, I made my donation to Ukraine, so."
Sounds about right.
But yeah, that's not what we're here for. Draft. What was the topic again?
Actor or actress's movies. Actress or actress movies that they starred in or acted in that you would watch for the rest of your life.
Okay. I think there's a clear 1-1 here.
Okay.
I mean, Will Ferrell.
Yeah, that was mine.
I figured.
Yeah, that was definitely gonna be my 1-1 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think the other one to that. Oh, I've got two. I think I'm gonna
Oh,
go with
there's
Morgan.
also. Did you say Morgan Freeman?
Yeah.
Dang, I thought you were about to take someone for real.
What do you mean for someone for real? He is for real.
I mean, there is a very obvious one that if you don't hit, I'll let you know. But
Okay.
since I've already got my comedies taken care of with Will Ferrell, I think Jennifer Aniston.
Okay.
She's got some fun movies, and she looks hot in all of them. So
She does. She does. Now, Jennifer Aniston is Rachel, right? From
yes.
yeah. Okay.
So you
Yeah.
got We Are the Millers. You got The Breakup. You
Yeah.
got
Friends.
all the other movies she's been in.
So of course.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about TV shows.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, anything they've ever done. I put movies, but I mean, I'd say anything they've ever done.
Okay. So yeah, she's been in a lot of good shows.
In saying that, I think I'm gonna go with Will Smith for my number 2. I see who I should have put at my number 2 instead of. I see who I skipped the name I should have put ahead of him.
All right, see, this is bullshit. You always Google shit,
dude.
while we do these, and
I
I legit do it off the top of my head.
You had as much opportunity as I had to do anything you needed to do.
This is so. You do this every draft. Okay, my number 3.
I do this. You can do the exact same thing. Dude, we used to sit down and for 30 minutes go do this shit.
So I am between 2.
Load a list.
I'm between 2.
Okay.
They both, just because I want some action in there, obviously. But one also has some pretty funny comedies too, along with his action. So I think I'm going to go him. So I'm going to go Ben Affleck.
Okay.
Because he's in like half the Kevin Smith movies. So you've got like Mallrats and Chasing Amy and Clerks and all that. And then he's also been in like The Accountant, Argo, Good Will Hunting, which is not either comedy or action, but
Batman. He was Batman.
Yeah, Batman. He was also Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah, see, I wouldn't even have put Ben Affleck wasn't going to be on my list.
He's got a lot of stuff. He has a good archive.
The one I skipped that I should have done instead of Will Smith was Tom Hanks. You get Toy Story.
You are gonna kick yourself when I say it, but I've already got comedy covered, so I'm not gonna say it. Okay. So I have Will Ferrell, Jennifer Aniston, Ben Affleck. This is just like a super niche one that I like.
Man, the Will Ferrell one, the Will Smith one, that was dumb. Although I do get Fresh Prince now.
We can't pick directors, can we?
If I would classify if they acted in their movie, they are considered an actor.
I'm trying to figure out like all the funny Judd Apatow movies, but like I'm probably gonna go Jonah Hill because he was in a bunch of those. He was in he's in my favorite rom-com, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He was also in 21 Jump Street and Superbad.
Dude,
and then he's got Moneyball. War Dog's funny.
Did you watch it?
Moneyball's funny. I think I got like halfway through it one time.
Oh, dude, Bailey and I watched it, and it was I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually, I liked it a lot.
Get him to the Greek.
Oh, dude, I forgot about Get him to the Greek. He was the lead in that.
Mm-hmm.
Should I go with a girl or nah? I'm gonna hit up my Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill.
Oh, you get all the Batman animated stuff though. Damn.
Yep, and everything he was in Star Wars.
Yeah. I was.
If you've got a
You also get
fifth,
Avatar: The
I
Last
mean,
Airbender.
do what?
You know, with Mark.
Yeah,
I saw that the other day. Mark
yeah.
Hamill voiced
He was Fire
Avatar.
Lord.
He was. Yeah.
Fire Lord does. I've got
I
5.
give him
If you
to a
want to hit a
fifth.
fifth, do what?
I do. I do.
I guess hit me with the one I'm skipping.
No, I gotta get me some of the black movies I like in there. Just trying to figure who gets me the most. Probably Kiss Crew. No, because he wasn't in all the Fridays. He was just in the first. But that means I also miss Rush Hour, though.
Ooh, that was.
I think I'm blowing it here. I'm not saying Kevin Hart. That's too many rock movies.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good, but it's just the same.
The only real movie it's like Soul Plane. That's about it. But
with Kevin
I guess
Hart?
I'll go Ice Cube just so I can get all the Yeah, I'll say Ice Cube. So I can get all the Fridays.
All right. I guess my fifth.
Dude, Eddie Murphy was right there, and I said I skipped him. What the fuck am I doing?
Eddie was there. I think I'm gonna go with Jamie Lee Curtis for my number 5. To round out my
very actually like underrated pool.
Yeah.
Very underrated pool. Who I thought you should have gone immediately after Will Ferrell was Adam Sandler.
Oh, why didn't you pick Adam? Why didn't you?
Yeah.
You didn't pick him either.
Because I was like, I have so much comedy. His back half of his catalog is so bad. As much as we love the front half.
His front half is some of the greatest comedy ever. And then after 2008, it's also the worst comedy ever.
The last one that was just a lot of people say that Blended, where he did with Drew Barrymore, was like his last great one.
I like
Blended. It is good. It's just not like I like the. That's when he started going PG Adam Sandler, and I was like, that's not the Adam Sandler.
I will agree. I will agree with that. He did that, and he did also one with a ring. Where he Jennifer Aniston was in it. He fakes that he's married. He wears a wedding ring that allows him to talk to girls easier, and then he says like, "Oh," then like, after a couple of dates, like the wife has cheated on him, so now he's looking for someone to love him, and he uses that to hook up with girls.
Was that not Blended?
No, that's not Blended. Blended was him and Drew Barrymore.
They went to Africa.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the one where they each have a family. He has 3 daughters, she has 2 sons, and they go to Africa and with the same boss, the guy they know's ticket, and then end up.
Which is crazy because the one with Jennifer Aniston, was literally almost the same story, except for that Jennifer Aniston didn't have kids.
Yeah. 2 kids did get using her. Just go with it.
It was her kids, not his kid. Yeah, just go with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then he was using. He was pretending that Jennifer Aniston was his ex-wife.
Correct.
To hook up with the ring. Yeah.
Girl. Yeah, and then
I hate that. That one was good.
Yeah, and then the two of them also.
The first Grown Ups was good. Grown Ups 2 sucked.
Grown Ups 2 was just literally, hey, we made so much money on number 1, we need to have a second one.
Yeah.
That's literally all that.
Gems was good.
Never watched
it. Daddy's Boy, Lil Nicky.
Oh, Lil Nicky. I don't like that one.
I didn't
I'm not.
first because
Just
of
me.
I grew up in a super churchy household, but my little brother liked that one, and so my dad made us watch it.
I didn't.
Um,
I just think that I didn't like it because of like churchy and all, but I didn't like it just because of it. Just I did not like
it
his
was weird.
character. I didn't like that.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know. I just didn't like him in it, or just didn't
yeah,
like that whole idea.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler did two movies called Murder Mystery. Well, of course, Murder Mystery 1 and 2. And dude, they're
half of his
it's
Netflix movies suck dick, dude.
oh god,
I'd
dude.
say actually 99% of them.
I watched the first one. Was like, oh, it's Jennifer Aniston and Adam Sandler, and I watched and I went, yep, all right. There's a 2 hours I'll never get back.
Yeah, he hadn't had a good movie since Uncut Gems. So,
No, I will
but
say
yeah,
my Will Smith was a dud. That I don't know.
he has some good movies. It's just
He does, but compared to the others I have on my list, that was a
like, but
problem.
also
I wrote down my
when was the last good Will Smith movie?
do what?
So when was the last good Will Smith movie? Like the only
I
roles he
didn't
plays
hate,
now are like
I didn't hate the Superman. I didn't hate the Superman, or not Superman, but the one where he was a superhero. Um.
yeah, that was
Uh.
like 2008.
Oh yeah. But after I don't know of anything he was in
I know
after
which one you're
that.
talking about.
He did
I mean, he
that.
was
He
in the
also did the
first.
one where
He
he
did
was
the
a
really bad Suicide Squad movie. He did
oof.
the concussion movie that
Well,
none of us will go
that
see.
one wasn't bad. I didn't think that one was that bad compared to some of the DC that's come out.
The the second Suicide Squad, which is also just called Suicide Squad, is vastly better, and that's the one with
Really?
Idris Elba.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't watched it because it
yeah,
also
it's
came out
way better.
DC, like when DC said nothing counts anymore, and it was just like, okay, no
No,
point watching.
that was before.
Well, damn. Either way,
Yeah,
I also have on here. Neither one of us picked a Marvel superhero franchise. Uh, Robert Downey Jr.
I would have said
For
Chris
all the
Evans just so I could get
Marvel.
motherfucker.
Who'd you for
If I
what?
had said Chris Evans, I could have got Knives Out and
Yep.
uh Scott
Uh,
Pilgrim
Gray, and Gray Man. Was that him?
and
Yeah.
Gray Man.
Yeah. Now
Damn.
his Netflix movies have been. That movie was good.
Yeah, they've been good.
Johnny Depp.
The person I chose, Ben Affleck over was Tom Cruise.
See, I wouldn't have. Ben Affleck wasn't even on. I didn't even put Tom on here because all he is the. All I know his movies of is the Mission Impossible.
Action. Oh, well, you get Top Gun and Top Gun 2.
Oh, Top Gun, man, dude, Top
Yeah,
Gun Maverick was
and you
fucking
get The
good.
Firm.
I don't know if I watched that one.
It's one of the books they made us read in school, and it was like the only one I ever
Uh,
actually liked. It's about a lawyer that gets blackmailed into doing accounting for the mob, and then he like
okay,
basically turns them into the IRS and shit. But
okay.
Tom Cruise does the movie for it, so it was like in the 80s.
The others: Johnny Depp, Natalie Portman, Anne Hathaway, Sandra Bullock, Denzel Washington, Leonardo DiCaprio, Harrison Ford,
Well, Denzel Washington would have been good.
Samuel L. Jackson. Could have gotten all the
Oh
Marvel
my
movies.
god.
Yeah,
Samuel L.
could have gotten all
Jackson.
the Marvel movies and some
You could
other
have
stuff.
got you would have gotten Django Unchained,
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction, Snakes on a Plane.
And the uh another Quentin Tarantino movie Samuel was in.
He's in a bunch of them.
I
Oh, The
know, but
Hateful Eight.
yeah, Hateful Eight. Yeah,
I didn't
could have
like
gotten
that
that.
movie.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't think it
I
was
don't know.
bad. Not something I would like
Yeah.
go to firsthand, but
No.
yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, our lists are good. One pick I wish I could have gotten back, but other than that, I mean,
Damn, Auburn lost. Fuck me. Okay.
woohoo! Bama's playing Mississippi State right now, and I'm sure that's going great.
Y'all are playing
Should
Ole
be.
Miss, and y'all are losing.
It's Ole Miss. It's not great.
Ole Miss is better than Mississippi State. Or at least they were at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not going great then.
Yeah.
I thought it was Mississippi State, and that would have been okay.
Yeah. But that'll do it for this episode and this month. I have no idea what we're doing next month, so We'll let you know.
We got a whole month to figure that
Imagine
out.
Manifest Destiny Volume 7 is definitely in there.
Well, yeah, we got finished.
Oh, and
the
third of the War World saga. So
yeah,
there you go. You can go ahead and start reading those two.
Woohoo!
Well, yeah, that'll do it for this week, and we will see you all next Tuesday.
Bye.